brain and how the brain reacts to food and how companies work with the human brain to have it react to food, what would your policy be, or any other reactions to Dr. Nestle's comments?
First of all, I think the problem is worse than we think. The more I study the effects of obesity, the real metabolic chaos that ensue in our bodies, I am struck. There are diseases that are not even listed on the CDC website that I think are associated with obesity. And yet, I think the answer, I think if we're honest, is we have no solution. We are clueless as far as what interventions work, right? I'm not sure I know what to eat. I mean, I walk into an airport and I see there's nothing, if I'm hungry, I can eat. And I think we have failed in giving nutritional advice to people. If diet and exercise were the answer, we'd all do it and there wouldn't be a problem. It doesn't work in the long run. I could talk for hours on what's stimulating us, what got us into this problem over the last several years. But I would go back to the basics. We spend literally billions of dollars throughout many different departments. I would go back to the very basics. I'd set up a national in the National Institutes of Health. I know, we try to avoid setting up new institutes. I think it's time to set up a National Institute for Nutritional Sciences. I would try to get answers to very basic questions. Is a calorie a calorie? Right? Can I eat unprocessed meat? What's the basis of insulin resistance and diabetes? What's going on with my brain? I think we have failed the American public when it comes to giving them basic information.
When you say we, do you mean the government? Do you mean the media? Do you mean
the food industry?
Do you mean science? Do you mean the food industry?
The food industry?
Do you mean corporations that create food? Do you mean all of these?
I think we've created foods. I think we began processing foods in the 1920s, 1930s in order to feed a hungry nation, to be able to ship foods longer distance, safer foods in some way, foodborne illness, reduce costs. And I think no one has a clue the effect of processing on human physiology. Something has driven all of us to get bigger and bigger. And we're leading the world and we're exporting it. And it's coming from what we eat, and we don't fully understand it.
Yeah, I'm not sure we have to fully understand it. I mean, we know that the United States agricultural system produces about twice the number of calories per capita that the country needs, and those calories have to be sold, and that people started eating more. Starting at about 1980, people started eating more calories, and the number of calories consumed increased per capita by somewhere between 300 and 500 calories a day, and people gained weight. Not complicated. Some of that came from larger portions, and some of it came from food marketing, and just pushing food absolutely everywhere. If you eat more, you're going to gain weight. I think we know what healthy diets are. They're diets that contain a lot of fruits and vegetables, balanced calories, and don't contain a lot of junk food.
So why don't we do it?
We don't do it because we're being marketed to the tune of billions and billions of dollars a year in every possible way, and in every way that you described in your books about the way that marketing reaches us in ways that we're not conscious of. So we're not even aware of the way we're being encouraged to eat more all of the time.